I'm super stoked about our video game review this week because it's one I remember fondly. We are going to review WWF Warzone. All right, so yes, WWF Warzone, which was available on Game Boy, PlayStation, and Nintendo 64. I can't believe this thing was on Game Boy. That's crazy, but now I know I watched several of these videos and a lot of people crap on the game, man, but I have so many fond memories of this game.
I, this is like this was like one of the first games where I got to actually create my own wrestler. So
Yes, which I was going to bring up. Yes.
I definitely have a lot of fond memories of this game. Like this
Oh yeah.
introduced me
This,
to what I love.
even all this here, I always loved this and the way all this looked, all these matchup screens, and when you went to pick your wrestlers. Now, mind you, the graphics may be a little questionable, uh,
Yeah.
but I just remember having a lot of fun with it. Like when they come out, you'll see pretty much every wrestler looks like this, and the faces are kind of weird. I don't know, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I mean, we're
This was a
talking
game that,
N64 days and PS1, so
well, not only that, it's a game that featured a lot of things. Like you said, you were super stoked about the creation mode, which you really hadn't had up to this point. And not only could you create wrestlers, but they also had 3 unlockable characters in this game as well. So it had 18 wrestlers on the roster. And what I found kind of interesting was the fact that Bret Hart and the Bulldog are on this game, and they are also on a WCW game in the same year because they had already left the company.
oh wow.
And as you see here, we get Stone Cold versus Ahmed in the gameplay, and Ahmed is already gone at this point too. So,
Yeah.
but you have a lot of your classic characters on here, like Stone Cold, Goldust, The Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, The Rock, Farouk, Bret Hart, and the Bulldog. But then you also have the Headbangers on here. You have Ken Shamrock on this game.
Headbangers were like the only tag team that I saw.
Look at this pyro, come on. And one thing I
Oh
remember
yeah.
very clearly about this that excited me is you have all 3 faces of Foley on this game as well.
Are
You have
those the
Cactus.
unlockables? Because I didn't notice that.
I saw gameplay of Dude Love. I don't know if that was one of the people you had to unlock or not, but by the way, WCW NWO Revenge was the game that Bulldog and Brett also appeared on because they had already left.
Oh my.
There were also 3 pre-made characters. Uh, Even though one of them was called the Rattlesnake, and it was really just like a different outfit for Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's something else this game had too that I don't think a lot of games had yet. There were alternate attires in this game. I think that was
Oh,
something new. And
probably.
the promo videos that they threw in here of the actual wrestlers cutting promos were great. You have Vince McMahon on commentary, and like yeah, the audience
Oh,
looks generic, but yeah, you hear Vince,
yeah.
and
It's
then all
weird because I think he's the only one
I
commentating
think
pretty much.
I think he is.
They
And then
mentioned JR, but I don't hear JR
I don't need
in
all I
this
heard in any
part.
of the stuff I watched was just Vince. Um, it's also the sound effects. The sound effects are so over the top. When he hits a stunner, it
Yeah.
sounds like the guy's neck's breaking.
Yeah.
When someone's in a submission hold, they're like screaming for their lives.
Oh yeah, I know. I watched a match between Stone Cold and The Rock, and The Rock's just like, "Oh damn, a damn, a damn," screaming "Oh damn" all over and over again.
Which is hilarious. But even if you look at this trailer overall, you got to remember this is 1998. But overall, this is pretty smooth gameplay. You know, there's a
Yeah,
few
no, I
bugs,
mean
but even
this was
today, I mean, what 2 years ago we had one of the worst wrestling games ever released. So it doesn't really, it's just the point that for 1998, this looks pretty darn good.
this is insane for
Yeah,
back like
I
this blew my little mind back then.
right. And I'm guessing is this 64 we're watching? Do you know for
This is
sure? Is this
probably 64. I watched a PlayStation one too, and the PlayStation was slightly crisper, but not barely. It was
right?
barely.
Barely, yeah.
I do like, I do like how they have random like they have fan chants. Like they were just chanting 316 shortly before a little bit ago.
Yeah, that's very
Ugh,
cool.
ugh.
Ooh, you're hurting me. And even when you look it up, it says Vince McMahon and Jim Ross are both on commentary, but I don't know. But and here we go. We had several gameplay modes. You had singles games, obviously. You had the challenge mode where you take, which I think that's what we're watching, right? Isn't this challenge mode video here?
Yeah, this is Stone
Where,
Cold Challenge mode.
yeah, where you select a character and then you have to challenge, go through a bunch of challenges to get a championship. Um,
Yeah.
there were also cage matches in this.
So
Um,
some fan just yelled, "Stone Cold
Cold
said
said
so."
so. Let's see, you also had multiplayer options on here, such as free-for-alls, 2-on-2 cage matches, and tornado tag team matches. Um, it also had a training mode, and I'm guessing that's probably one of the first wrestling games that had a training mode in it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, because if I remember right, you actually had to do like a Mortal Kombat style button combination to actually do moves,
right.
your finishers.
And it also says on here that on the 64, you also had gauntlet matches and Royal Rumbles on the 64 version.
Gauntlet. Oh,
Very
okay.
nice. And of course, we
Yeah,
talked about one of your favorite things is this had the first like real create a player feature
yeah. They've
because you could,
done like where you could like change the outfits. I think on one of those WCW games or that one Fire Pro Wrestling, but it wasn't like you could change their names and stuff, but it wasn't a
yeah,
true
no,
from scratch create a player. And I think
right.
this is the
And
first ever one.
I would think so too because you could create the custom wrestler. You could choose their name, you could customize their attributes, and you could choose their music. The one thing you could not do was pick like individual moves. You had to just copy a move set from another wrestler.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the only thing you didn't have quite yet, but who cares? You still got to make your own person, and then you just choose Stone Cold's move set. Okay. Of course, we know today now you can pick every individual moves that you want when you create a wrestler, from finishers to signatures to you can pick all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff these
you can
days.
create the whole thing.
Yeah,
You can literally create your taunt. You can create how your wrestler gets in the ring, out the ring. Like
yeah,
it's like full customization now.
yeah. But I do remember this one, and I do remember creating my own wrestler, and I remember this being one of my first favorites. But we haven't got to it yet. But I still think No Mercy. We haven't done No Mercy, have we?
We
For
haven't.
64, I think that's next year. No Mercy is my favorite
Yeah,
64
because
WWF
No
game.
Mercy, No Mercy came after. No Mercy came after um, WWF acquired the rights to the group that made WCW and NWO Revenge
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
and World Tour. Like those are the same guys that made No Mercy, which is why we liked it, because we were probably more WWF fans than we were um, WCW fans. So when they made a now, don't get me wrong, I think Revenge is still my favorite, but No Mercy is when we got WWF, and it was
Oh
an
wow,
updated version of that.
yeah, and No Mercy actually didn't come out till 2000. Interesting.
Yeah, was
Oh,
it before or after WrestleMania 2000?
Uh,
Sorry,
that
I
I'm not
just
sure.
put you on the spot there.
You did, and
Uh, but I
I'm not
remember
sure.
WrestleMania 2000. I think that came first because I think New Mercy was the newer one. So that
Yeah,
probably
No
came out
Mercy.
like late '99.
You're right. Yeah, actually, No Mercy didn't come out until November of 2000. So I'm sure that
Yeah,
and THQ was the company we were discussing
yeah,
that was making
THQ or
that was making
Ukes.
WWF's. They were making WWF's games, and then of course they left, and THQ actually made AEW's game, or Ukes did, whichever. But one of those
Yeah,
guys went over to AEW anyway. But yeah, this game I remember fondly. I think it was very fun, and again, 1998 to have all this, and even little stuff like that. The way it was just like staggering out there. I just always thought the
yeah,
faces were kind of creepy, like the heads didn't move
yeah.
right
They're
on
a
these
little bit.
guys.
They're a little bit.
That makes it a little weird. But other than that, though, I mean, you even got Stone Cold's tattoo on his leg. Like you can identify the wrestlers better. That's how you can tell these games are getting better. Because when we first started doing this, there were a few games like you you might not have been able to tell who a wrestler was other than, oh, that's Hulk Hogan because he's wearing yellow and red. You know what I mean? Like they're more identifiable. You
Yeah,
definitely know that's Owen Hart. You definitely know that's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
and there was a reversal. I don't know if those
Yeah,
were really a thing before.
that's the other thing to
Uh,
me is this was one of the first ones that felt like you had like they're
Felt
doing
like a
quite a
real wrestling game.
yeah. they're doing a lot more moves. It's not just the same like, and
Yeah,
everybody doesn't
punch
have the
kick.
same exact move set, and everybody has the finishers they're supposed to have. So yeah, for me, I think
Yeah,
this was probably one of the first really good modern era for us back then, anyway. Video games.
right.
By the way, I was watching one of these, and I saw Paul Bearer do a 360 off the top rope onto Kane. I don't know. I didn't know you could
So
wrestle as Paul Bearer, and he
well,
was in
it
like
is.
his well,
There
maybe
is
somebody
creative
created him.
player. He might
Yeah,
be. I mean, it could have been a creative player.
it could have been, and yeah, he did a 360 off the top rope. That was almost the
Nobody
highlight
gets up
of my
that
day.
quickly from a damn stunner. Come on now. It's
Maybe the
in
King of
the
Hearts
name,
does.
stunner.
This was the other thing about the game, right? Because the hands were always just like this.
Yeah.
But
I
you
mean, it
know,
was.
I
This
can.
is like early wrestling games, but
Yeah,
I mean,
to me,
in
it's all about the
'98, this blew my mind.
right, and it's all about playability and fun. And I just remember this being really fun. I remember playing the hell out of this game.
Yeah, I remember
And
enjoying it too.
yeah, and it makes me want to play it again. See, someday when we have all that hush money, we will have systems. We've talked about this before, so we can like go
Oh yeah,
back and actually play these games instead of just reviewing them
yeah.
by watching YouTube videos.
We just need to have a sexual scandal.
I just noticed they have Kane in his Phantom mask on the TV. I wonder. That's interesting. All right.
Oh,
Well, there you go. I don't know if I have anything else to say about Warzone except it was really fun. It was ahead of its time, and it introduced several features that today you pretty much get in any wrestling game you play. But at that time,
well, yeah, but
it
at the
was
time it
unheard
was
of.
new.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
real new.
yeah. So there you go. I think that's it for our video game review.